Okay, we got huge news again yesterday. Thank you, courts. This is a U.S. Court of Appeals, but the Supreme Court is doing stuff as well. But U.S. Supreme Court of Appeals unanimously removed a block on Mississippi redrawing their maps to redraw a race-based district. So it's gone now, and they can kick out the blue. Thanks to the VRA being struck down, this is more seats being added. Democrats, of course, freaking out. Very sad. This keeps going on for them. And now we are on track from the VRA decision to maybe add up to 10 seats. The reason is we also got the Supreme Court vacating the Alabama District Court, requiring the state to draw 2 majority black districts, 6-3 vote. Now Alabama could get to 6-1 or maybe even 7-0. So the winning continues. It's getting harder by the day for the Democrats to win the midterms, especially once Trump ends Iran and we start seeing the improvements of the economy, gas going back down. I mean, you know, I say this so often, the whole case, but I'll bring it up in a second here. But right now, the other bad news today, a poll came out showing the Dems' lead is much smaller than it's been. Now, again, polls, one at a time, can be used to psyop. Okay, they can be used against us. Never trust a poll by itself. All right, and I want to continually affirm that. I use polls for a different reason. I use polls to show trends because the polls generally don't lie about trends. So when they're all starting to go in a certain direction, they are telling us something. It doesn't mean the numbers themselves are true, but the trend is what you can generally trust. Now listen to this. This is Harry Enton, my favorite New York Jew. Oh, guys, look at what they're doing. CNN poll. My voice is a little off today. I can't do my Harry impression as good. But here's Harry breaking down for us what's going on with the Dems.
You would have thought that the Democrats' lead would expand on the generic congressional ballot. It didn't happen. Look, in March, Democrats are up by 6 points. Look at this now. Democrats are up by 3 points, and I want you to note the yellow lettering. No clear leader. It is within the margin of error. So despite all of the talk about Donald Trump's unpopularity, the fact is Republicans very much remain in the game when it comes to the congressional midterms, which are occurring in what, 6 or 7 months at this point?
Yes, and don't call me Shirley. So a lead of 3 points in the generic ballot test here. Does that get the job done?
No, it might not actually get the job done. And I love any reference to airplane, I will say, and Leslie Nielsen. Look at this. Okay, take a look here. Democrats in the National House vote margin. According to my estimate, what they need for control with redistricting in terms of the national popular vote is somewhere of a win between 3 and 4 points. What's CNN's current poll with no clear leader? It's a 3-point advantage. If this were, in fact, the actual result come Election Day, the race for Congress, the race for the House, would be basically a toss-up. And that is why the redistricting efforts that have been happening are so important. Because before the redistricting happened, Democrats essentially just needed to win the National House popular vote in order to win control of the House of Representatives. But now, with the redistricting, their ladder, they have to climb ever higher, and a 3-point win may very well not do it. This is well within the realm of possibilities. Could be Democrats take back the House. You know, if Democrats outperform the CNN poll by a few points, they take it back. But they could underperform as well, and that would be big-time trouble. As I said at the start here, this game is most certainly not over. Republicans very much in the race.
Yep, exactly. So 3 points. This is terrifying for Democrats. Now, there's another poll out there, an Atlas Intel poll, that has Democrats up by 14 points. Dude, just laugh at that and move on. In that poll, it has Democrats ahead by 14 points, and yet 30% of black people saying they're going to vote Republican. Dude, if 30% of black people vote Republican, Democrats lose by 7 to 8 points. That's insane. There's no way that poll is real. So disregard stupid stuff like that. That's why you got to actually watch the breakdown. But this recent poll from CNN, the trend has been this way in almost every other poll, that the Republicans are coming back. And that's with Trump at his most unpopular. That's with us the deepest into Iran, with the gas prices the highest. People are waking up again. We had a little bit where the middle America, the wishy-washies, were like, maybe it would be better if the Democrats came back, or really mad at Trump. But they're starting to wake up again and be like, my God, what am I saying? These Democrats are insane people. And that's all we need to win. Just people to remember why they voted for Trump in the first place. And guys, right now, what this is saying is it is exactly 100% a 50-50 race right now. And that is without Iran being over, gas prices going down, the patriotism that's going to go over for the whole summer for the 250th anniversary of our country, July 4th, baby, big 250. We're going to have that. We're going to have the World Cup. I mean, come on. We're going to have a Republican convention in September for the midterms, which the Democrats probably can't afford to do because the Republicans have way more money. Way more. We got the redistricting advantage. It is looking really bad. So I told somebody the other day, they were asking me on about odds. I think it was like 6-1 odds right now he could get for the Republicans winning the midterms. And he was like, if I put in 100, I get 590. I said, listen, I'm not telling you to bet, but those odds are great. Because worst case scenario, you're out $100. Best case scenario, you make 600. That's crazy good odds based on what I'm seeing. Because as of right now, I actually feel like we're going to win the midterms. And the Senate, I feel, is a lock. The House is the one I'm 50-50 on, 60-50. But now I feel even more confident because when you look ahead, it's all lining up. And this is why Obama is in Canada with Mark Carney, because they know it too. They are terrified, and they're trying to decide what's the next point of our plan because we're getting reamed right now. Democrats, in their desperation, they finally fixed their spelling. Look at this. They spelled Virginia right this time as they're appealing to the Supreme Court. The problem is they sent their emergency application to the wrong court. Democrats are clever, but they're not smart. This is crazy. We saw the other day they misspelled Virginia, and they misspelled another word as well. I can't remember which one it was. But 2 misspellings in an official filing, and now they can't even get it to the right court. These people have no business being in charge of government in Virginia. We have Stacy Abrams, who is well known for almost turning Georgia blue with her governorship race, who started the ballot harvesting in Georgia, major contributor to Democrat fraud in elections, leader of Democrat fraud in elections, kind of taught a lot of them how to do it. She's now being subpoenaed for the Georgia Senate campaign finance violations. This is huge. Stacy Abrams, man, if she goes down, that is a major shot to the Democrats. And again, just the bad news keeps piling up for them. And also, without her apparatus helping in the midterms, that's going to be huge as well. Next, looking ahead, future elections, Trump finally gave us some insight into Rubio and Vance. And I thought this was fascinating. Listen to what Trump's thinking about the future. This is for the Vance versus Rubio fight. Who's going to win?
So we got a lot of beauties out there, JD. I envy you and other people. I don't know. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be JD? Is it going to be somebody else? I don't know. Does anybody have? Okay, let's go. You ready? Who likes JD Vance? Who likes Marco Rubio? All right.
No shouts for Rubio.
Sounds like a good ticket. JD, that was a perfect ticket. By the way, I do believe that's a dream team, but these are minor details. That does not mean you have my endorsement under any circumstance. But, there was a big and then a very nice. I think it sounds like presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate. President of the Federal Law Enforcement.
Did you hear what he just said? He just told us what's happening, guys. I don't know who needs to hear it. There is no fight between Rubio and Vance. They're running together. Trump literally just told us. He said Vance, Rubio, dream team, dream ticket. So Trump's telling him exactly what he plans on happening, exactly what he's rooting for. Now, he didn't say which one is which. Okay. It would be Vance Rubio. I guarantee it. The only wild card is, does Vance choose to run? Because he's about to have another baby and he might want to take some time off. That's the only wild card. If it goes in right now, as of today, it would be Vance Rubio. And I still have a feeling it's going to be Vance Rubio, and I think they're going to win a landslide. I think it's going to be a huge, absolute major landslide. And I don't think we could have had, other than Trump in recent years, I just don't think we could have a better ticket than this. I really don't. There's no one in the Republican Party I could see being better. And you put them together, they're best friends. Rubio's already said he won't run against Vance. So if Vance runs, he's the president. I'm telling you that right now. Market 8. Market 8, dude. It's happening. And after that, who knows? Maybe Rubio wants to go up to president, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm telling you, these guys get in, it's going to be 8 years. 8 years. Guaranteed. Which means from 24 all the way to 36, because 4 plus 8, 12 years in a row, MAGA. And after that, guys, with these guys running things, with our Senate getting redder and redder, our country getting redder and redder, which also means Supreme Court's getting redder and redder. You add all that together, and they keep doing what Trump's doing, which is the America First economic policies, making us a sovereign nation. You have everything you need to see for 20, 25, 30 years. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting crazy here. But I legitimately believe we might get 20 straight years of MAGA running this show. I really do. And that's not hyperbole. That's me looking at demographics and trends. We are in a seismic shift of history right now. Seismic. This is going to be a few-year period written about in history. When you come out of a seismic shift, things are different. We don't go to the status quo again. We don't go back to their turn, your turn, their turn, your turn. We don't do that. When you win in the time of a seismic shift, you stay winner for a while. And that goes back all the way through history. You can look back at kings, dynasties. You can look back at our politics. We're in a seismic shift time. And it's going to last. And Trump just told us what he's thinking. And his whole thing about not endorsing, that's a joke. That's just to keep him on edge. You better believe it. Now, Bongino, to close this, I thought this was interesting because he just said the other day on a show exactly what I've been telling you guys. And so I wanted to play this clip so you can hear it from the mouth of somebody much more influential than me. But let's be honest, I said it first. Here's Dan.
Donald Trump is like historically unpopular. This is just a media myth to get you to believe that it's not worth your vote. You shouldn't show up for the midterms. Your party is finished. None of that stuff is actually true. The Democrats are losing their mind in their maximum warfare mode. Donald Trump is fighting back, cleaning up their mess. He's a year in. He's tightened up the entire government. I got a whole bunch of things that are happening from the Nothing is Happening file coming up in a minute to give you some positive news. But the polls don't say that about Donald Trump at all. That's not what they say at all. Here's a Fox News pollster on the Laura Ingraham show saying exactly the opposite, that Donald Trump's actually doing pretty well considering it's a second term. Usually by then, there's presidential fatigue for anyone at that point. He's actually doing pretty good right now. Check this out.
Midterms are all.
I played this clip the other day, but what Dan's saying is absolutely true. Okay, we are under a crazy psyop right now to convince us we're wrong, convince us Trump is failing, convince us no one likes Trump anymore, convince us the Democrats are somehow a reasonable solution on the other side, convince us we're going to lose the midterms so we don't show up. Again, it's all the blackpilling dooming. Okay, it's all to discourage us to not win. And I get criticized here sometimes that me being positive is going to get people not to vote. No, why do the black pillars, why do all the grifters, whether it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, Massey, Tucker, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Dave Smith, blah, 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 Robert Barnes, Rich Bears, whether you go down the list, why are they the ones all trying to blackpill us that Trump is somehow owned by Israel and it doesn't matter, your vote doesn't matter, and we need an America first like Thomas Massey? And why are they always trying to replace that? Why are they always trying to convince us that Trump is failing? Every time you hear Trump is failing, dude, he hasn't even had 2 years of this term yet. How could he possibly be failing? The report card is not due. He hasn't taken the finals yet. How can you be failing at the beginning of your term? That's insanity. But that's what they want you to believe. And notice they all use the same tool. It's always blackpilling. Always. Every single time. So for those who criticize me for being positive, guess who's also positive? President Trump, our leader. Charlie Kirk was positive. I learned from the best. Rush Limbaugh was positive. Dan Bongino is positive. Steven Crowder. Like, I go through the guys who actually seem to be fighting for our country, and they are positive. They're all positive. And that's what gets people to show up. That's how Trump won 2016. That's how he won 2024. He cast a positive vision of winning, not failure. Anytime you're doomed into thinking we're going to lose, but you need to show up because if you don't show up, we're really going to lose. Is that inspiring you? Is that inspiring you? Does it inspire you if it's like Democrats are probably going to win in a landslide, so we got to show up? Does that inspire you? I don't know. There might be a good movie out that day. I'm just saying, like, that doesn't inspire anybody. What inspires you is if you show up, we win. If you show up, this guy's getting in. If you show up, this woman, this MAGA chick is winning. Huge. If you show up, we're done. We win it. That is what Trump says. That's what I say. That's what's going to win. Because we're already winning and we want to keep it moving. And thank God. You know why the blackpilling is not working on our movement? It pulls out some people. But you know why it's not working overall? Is because our leader, the one guy who actually is the leader of MAGA, who's the true MAGA, which is Donald J. Trump, along with his team, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Susie Wiles, Tulsi Gabbard, you go down the list. Every single one of them is positive. Every single one of them doesn't make excuses. Every single one of them just, we go, we win. We are bringing America back. That inspires. That is why we're going to win, because they're the leaders. And MAGA represents its leaders, and we know it. And thank God for them for never caving so there'd be a crack where the blackpilling could get in. That, my friends, is one of the great wins, honestly, of it, is that Trump has trained us so well that even people who don't pay that much attention who are MAGA have learned how to navigate the psyops by just tuning them out. And that's a massive win. And it's why we're going to win the midterms. I really feel like we are.